Hi there, this is Dr. NouraChat Niam. In today's segment, we are going to discuss the born of the National Bank. Last time we stopped at all the states, went to Philadelphia to try to find common ground peacefully without war. The same way that the Albanian Convention did. So 13 states have been invited, 12 present, and the constitution was born. And there, they established the three branches, the legislative, and with both representative and Senate, the executive with the president and the cabinet, and the judicial system. So now there is a new government away from the monarchy with those three branches, and they have their own constitution and they can run themselves by themselves. The only problem they faced at that time is money. They just get out of war and they have a lot of debt to pay. So people, they ask themselves, how are we gonna pay our debts and run on our government? Because it needs money. So the answer came from Hamilton, who proposed the National Bank. Remember, he was a Secretary of Treasury. So he brought the idea of the National Bank. He said, let us create a national bank that can get tax from all the states, and that way we pay all our debt off, and at the same time we run our government. Jefferson opposed that idea. He's saying, hey, we Southern, we pay our debt. We already did. So why we pay tax that going to pay somebody else's debt? Hamilton answering, no. Yes, you pay your debt, but remember you are part of all. One for all for one. If that idea is going to be in place, then you have to pay, even though you pay your debt. The argument get back and forth. At the end, they came to conclusion that yes, the bank idea should be. And at that point, they already chose Washington to be the president. Washington himself is not, in favor of him being a president. He prefers somebody else to be a president. But with the enormous agreement among the members, they chose him to be the president of the United States of America, and he became the first president of the United States of America. He is a president, and he has his cabinet, and now we have the Congress, and now we have the judicial system. He proposed the National Bank, and the Congress approved it. So now they have National Bank that paying the debt for everybody, and also saving some money to pay, to run the government. Jefferson and the Southerners are not happy with that idea because they feel like, then okay, we are not going to pay the slaves. They have a lot of slaves and a lot of money. They come to the question of, then who is going to put the rules for how that bank is going to run itself? They say no, the bank will put its regulations and the payment will be according to the size of the population. That idea is good for the Southerns because they are less number and bigger money, and they have their own plantations and so on and so forth. Jefferson liked the idea of the agricultural, whatever it's agricultural banking or gathering, because that will give them independency. And as we discussed in the last segment, that he is thinking of giving more power to the states, not to the central government. So it's go in line with his idea of giving more power to the states, not to the central. But the idea of the bank, anyway, it happened. Now, one of the regulations is that they're going to pay this tax, and even the Southern has to pay everybody. Everybody means the slaves also. They oppose that idea by saying, hey, the slaves are like my chairs. I don't pay tax for my chairs, why should I pay for my slave? And then, you know, the debate is going on and on and on, but at the end of the day, they have been able to regulate and put some regulations that everybody has to pay the tax, and every state has to pay the central national bank money to pay the debt off and to run the country. Why I am bringing all this? Because it is so important for us to know how we end up in the impeaching of the president in 2019. Because, you know, I am a migrant, and I have been in US. I have a lot of immigrant followers, that it is not necessary that they have all the backgrounds of the founders, the framers, the fathers. They need to know those. You know, they need to know those. So I'm, you know, teachers like me, even though I'm in Africa, but I decided to study the American history and give some small history sandwiches to my fellow immigrants and those who are interested in, and they don't have time to go to the library and study this wonderful history. Thank you, and see you in the next segment.